What if you woke up tomorrow and suddenly remembered every single second of your life? Not just your happiest memories, every conversation, every mistake, every embarrassing moment, every heartbreak, every tear, every face you've ever seen, every word you've ever heard. Nothing would ever be forgotten again. At first, it sounds like the greatest superpower imaginable. You would never fail an exam. You would never lose your keys. You would never forget a birthday. Every book you read could be recalled perfectly. Every language you learned would stay with you forever. It would seem like your brain had become the most powerful computer on Earth. But here's the question. Would perfect memory actually make your life better? Or would it slowly become your greatest nightmare? The average human brain contains an astonishing amount of information, but it doesn't work like a video camera. Your brain constantly edits, removes, and reorganizes memories. It throws away thousands of tiny details every single day, and surprisingly, that's exactly how it's supposed to work. Imagine remembering every single breakfast you've ever eaten, every traffic light you've stopped at, every advertisement you've ever looked at, every stranger you've passed on the street. Within only a few years, your mind would be drowning in billions of tiny, meaningless details. Finding one important memory would become like searching for a single grain of sand on an endless beach. Scientists believe forgetting is not a flaw. It's one of the brain's greatest survival tools. Your brain deletes unnecessary information so it can focus on what truly matters. But what if that filter suddenly disappeared? There are actually people living with something incredibly close to perfect memory. It's called Highly Superior Autobiographical Memory, or HSAM. Only a very small number of people around the world are known to have it. Ask them what happened on a random date from years ago, and many can describe it in remarkable detail. They remember the weather, the clothes they wore, the conversations they had, even the emotions they felt. It sounds unbelievable. But many of these people don't describe it as a gift. Some describe it as exhausting, because painful memories never truly fade. Most of us eventually recover from embarrassment. We heal after heartbreak. Old arguments slowly lose their emotional power. Time softens painful memories. But imagine reliving those moments with the same emotional intensity every time they entered your mind. That heartbreak from 10 years ago would still feel fresh. That embarrassing moment at school would still make your heart race. That painful goodbye would never become easier. Your happiest memories would stay forever, but so would your worst ones. Relationships would become more difficult. Every broken promise, every forgotten anniversary, every argument would remain crystal clear. Forgiveness might become much harder, because forgetting is often the first step toward healing. Now imagine trying to sleep. Your brain never stops replaying memories. Thousands of moments race through your mind every night. Instead of peaceful dreams, you might relive entire years of your life over and over again. Even making simple decisions could become overwhelming. Your brain would compare every similar experience you've ever had. Every success, every failure, every possible outcome. Instead of helping you decide faster, perfect memory might leave you trapped by endless information. Ironically, forgetting helps us think clearly. It allows us to recognize patterns instead of drowning in details. It helps us focus on the future instead of becoming prisoners of the past. In many ways, forgetting is what allows us to move forward. Artificial intelligence can store enormous amounts of information. Computers never forget data unless someone deletes it. But humans are different. Our memories aren't designed to be perfect recordings. They're designed to help us survive. Every forgotten detail makes room for something new. Every faded memory helps us heal. Every imperfect recollection reminds us that we're human. So, what if you really could remember every second of your life? You might become incredibly intelligent. You might become impossible to fool. You might never forget another fact again. But you might also lose one of the greatest gifts your brain has ever given you, the ability to let go. Maybe the real superpower isn't remembering everything. Maybe it's knowing what to forget. The next time you struggle to remember someone's name, or forget where you left your phone, don't be too frustrated, because your brain isn't failing. It's doing exactly what millions of years of evolution designed it to do. And perhaps, forgetting isn't a weakness after all. It might just be the reason we can keep moving forward.